You know that feeling when you pull a bargain-priced leg extension rig off a garage sale, set it up, and discover the weight stack slips every few reps, or the seat just can't hold your hips without wobbling. I've seen that happen enough times to know the regret that follows a cheap purchase, especially when you're trying to build serious quad and hamstring strength at home. That's why I wanted to spend a little time digging into the Titan Fitness Selectorized Leg Extension and Curl Machine before I hit record. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. The question I'm trying to answer is simple. Does this piece of equipment feel like a smarter buy, or is it just another expensive standalone that will end up gathering dust? First off, the whole idea of a selectorized machine is to give you a smooth, incremental load change without having to load plates yourself. For most home gyms, that convenience translates into quicker transitions between sets and less hassle when you're juggling multiple exercises. The Titan model offers a 250-pound weight stack with a 1-to-1 ratio, which means the amount of weight you select on the pin is exactly what you'll feel on the bar. In practice, that makes it far easier to track progressive overload, something you can't do reliably with a DIY stack of plates on a makeshift sled. Who actually needs a dedicated leg extension and curl station? If you're a serious lifter who already owns a power rack, a few dumbbells, and maybe a bench, you might wonder whether a single-purpose machine is worth the floor space. The answer is yes if you're targeting hypertrophy in the quadriceps and hamstrings and you want to isolate those muscles without risking lower back strain. The machine's adjustable seat and footrest let you fine-tune the range of motion for your own limb lengths, which is a boon for taller athletes who often find standard home gym rigs too cramped. On the other hand, a casual exerciser who mainly does full-body circuits or prefers bodyweight work will likely get more mileage out of a multifunction trainer that combines rows, presses, and pull-downs in one footprint. In my own experience, the biggest practical strength of this Titan unit is the consistency of the resistance curve. Because the weight stack is pin-loaded, each increment feels solid, and you don't have to fight a rattling chain or a squeaky cable. That matters when you're doing high-rep sets for endurance or low-rep, heavy sets for strength. The machine just stays predictable. I've also noticed that the adjustable footplate makes it easy to switch from a traditional leg extension stance to a more hip-flexed curl position without needing to readjust the whole frame. For anyone who likes to mix quad isolation with hamstring curls in the same workout, that flexibility saves a lot of time. The hidden trade-off is the footprint. This isn't a fold-away piece. It sits on a solid base that's roughly the size of a small treadmill. If you have a dedicated workout room or a garage that can accommodate a 6x5 foot zone, the machine fits nicely, but in a tighter apartment setting you'll need to be comfortable committing that space permanently. Another practical weakness is that, while the machine is built to be durable, the selector pins themselves can feel a bit stiff after repeated use. They're not fragile, but you do need a little extra force to pull them out, which can be a minor annoyance if you're accustomed to the click ease of higher-end gym equipment. That said, the pins are solid steel, so you're not likely to break anything. It's more a matter of ergonomics than reliability. Let's talk about daily usability. Setting the machine up out of the box is straightforward. The frame arrives partially assembled, and the main assembly steps involve bolting the seat, footrest, and weight stack together. Most users report being able to get it ready in under an hour with a basic set of tools. Once it's up, you'll spend most of your time adjusting the seat height and the footpad angle. The adjustment knobs are large enough to turn with one hand, which is handy when you're already loaded with a barbell or a kettlebell and don't want to fumble with tiny screws. I've run it through a full leg day, 4 sets of 12 quad extensions, followed by 4 sets of 10 hamstring curls, and the machine stayed quiet. The weight didn't drift, and the range of motion felt natural from start to finish. If you're the type of person who tracks numbers obsessively, you'll appreciate the 1-to-1 weight ratio. A quick glance at the selector pin tells you exactly how many pounds you're moving, no mental math needed. That can be a game changer for beginners who are still learning how to progress safely. Conversely, advanced lifters who regularly load beyond 250 pounds may find the stack limiting. The machine tops out at 250 pounds, which is sufficient for most recreational athletes, but power lifters, or those who squat heavy, may outgrow it sooner rather than later. In that case, the unit still serves as a solid accessory for isolation work, but you'll